Alright. That's not the thing I wanted to enter.
What'd you do? What did you do?
That's the one. We're doing a triple Dark Ascension, which is one of those janky formats that's only around for like the 2 weeks, but God bless them. They're kind of fun. You play small sets where you can get like 5 or 6 copies of some cards.
Mm-hmm.
And they're actually, I mean, relatively dirt cheap. I bought 6 packs of Dark Ascension for 18 tickets, I think. So they were like 3 tickets per pack, which normally they're 4.
Are the small sets just cheaper?
Well, people won't need them as much as soon as this is gone. Then they're only going to need 1 to the 2, and the payout always gives you more. Well, no. Payout gives you even. I don't know. There probably just aren't as many money cards or something.
Fair enough.
Although Sorin and Huntmaster are pretty valuable.
What's the Huntmaster do?
He's 1 red, 1 green, 2 colorless. When he comes into play, you get a wolf and gain 2 life. When he flips, it deals 2 damage to a creature, 2 damage to them, and he becomes a 4/4. When he flips again, you get another wolf token and gain 2 life. So you get.
So it's just pure nonsense.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. My plan for this draft is actually to open one of those.
Oh, well, you know what, man? You should go with that plan.
It's one of the best strategies.
I also like Predatory Ooze.
Yeah, that's a fun card.
Also, Predatory Ooze. What?
Okay.
Markov Blade Master.
Right. Out of this pack, 3 cards stand out to me. This guy, if you can get him through even once.
So he turns into a 3/3, right?
Right, he turns into a 3/3 who double strikes.
That's a chick.
Or she turns into a.
And she's wielding a Trepidation Blade!
So there's that.
I want to have her with a Trepidation Blade.
Stormbound Geist
Mm-hmm.
is
This
very,
is a really good card.
very solid beater. And this guy, when he comes into play, he has removal, so he's like a bad skin render.
Right.
I think we probably go with the
Go with the rare.
goofy rare with the upside and see.
I like it. If nothing else, she'll draw fire like a fiend, right?
Yes. Oh yeah, if they have removal, that thing's dead. That's for sure. And the tough part's getting her through the first time. Although
That doesn't hurt.
you could give her +1/+1. That doesn't hurt. Yeah. It's tempting to go zombie apocalypse and then just draft as many zombies as we could. And there's that guy again. So someone's getting some pretty strong cards in black. But the bad thing is really those cards, this card, and that card are all pretty good. So the next several people are probably going to be taking black. But at least by taking this, we're kind of cutting some of the good red off.
Sure. And there's really nothing else vampire in this.
Right. So I think that's our pick. Fling's not bad. Highborn Ghoul's probably better because it has Intimidate. And they don't have Geist Flame or whatever, so
Yeah, Grace Flame.
his weakness is not as bad in this format as it will be when we go big
I have no
set.
problem with that. I also have no problem with Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat does its job as well.
The ever-present Immerwolf.
Right. So there's Rack with Madness, which is weird removal. Because it doesn't help you with something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's the Wolf, which we could, who knows where it's going. We're still very early.
I think my inclination
Uh-huh.
would be to either go with the Evolving Wilds
Mm-hmm.
or the Young Wolf.
The Young Wolf over the Wolf?
Yes. It's Undying.
But it's a 1/1.
You know, it's a 2/2. We're likely not going to have any other wolves.
Right.
Unless we start doing that.
Right. Well, here's the problem.
I like the Young Wolf. That's all I'm saying.
I don't disagree that
Markov Warlord. I think we should go with that one.
I would agree with you. I don't disagree that Young Wolf is good, but if we took him, we would be giving us our third color, which if we take Wolf, we're giving ourselves
the same thing.
Our third color. But we would be giving us a card that's exclusively that color, so it's not even drawing us into the other color. And as it looks, I mean, this makes me want to continue to do vampires.
Yeah.
So we probably should have taken the Rack with Madness.
Oh well.
Yep. But them having an Wolf isn't a great thing either.
Especially when you have a Elder and all that other crap.
Right.
So
yeah, out of this, we could take the Elder to keep our options open. I don't really want this. I mean, it kills Gather the Townfolk things, but so do First Striking Vampires. If we're not playing green, I'm not really scared of that.
Take the Elder.
Yeah. It has the most upside. Here, probably just Torch Fiend. It's not great, but if they have a powerful artifact...
I could also see going with Grave Perch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely a end of the game kind of thing, but if you've had all your stuff killed, and what you're really wanting is just to put creatures on the board...
Right. They use their burn spell to kill him, we bring him back.
Yep.
I could be swayed to Purge the Grave.
It has
hard
uses.
Draw or burn.
Yeah.
This guy can't block. He has Undying, which is good, but...
What's our curve look like? Or wait, it is curved.
Yeah, it is curved.
Wow, it's a fucked up looking curve, man.
Yeah, it is. or this, if we think we're going to go green, is a pretty good...
Ghoul? You want to go with the Heron. Go with the Heron. Card draw.
And... Wow. Nothing. But, hey, we're not passing anything either. I keep thinking that Executioner's Hood will be playable.
And it never is.
And it just never is. But I think I would rather put that in...
I don't know, I kind of like forcing them to use whatever enchantment removal they have on getting rid of his Spiteful Shadows.
We can take that. Black Cat.
Yeah.
Easy. That's a good one. And another Black Cat.
Super Black Cat.
And we got a Torch Fiend anyway. And anything but Favor of the Woods, which is my candidate for worst card.
Of the set?
Yep. Okay, let's hide some things.
Bar of a door. Bar of a window. Lost in the woods.
Now there's a couple things to be said.
Skrtek Flare?
Yeah, the Flare, even if you don't have any other humans, you can sacrifice itself.
Destroy target.
Right, so at worst he's a removal spell, but he's a kind of weak removal as well. The devil can kill their X1
Sure.
creature when it comes into play, so there is that. Lingering Souls flashes back for black,
Sure.
so you could splash for it. And this card, if it tables, there's a archetype, which is 44 forests and Lost in the Woods. And if they don't have a disenchant and don't have some way to mill you so that you run out of cards before they do, you win. I have won
with this retarded thing?
With that ridiculous draft type. I think we probably want to take this.
I would agree.
But if it comes back, I am all for taking that. Okay. Here,
That's dumb.
you gain 2 life for each card in your graveyard, then shuffle your graveyard into your library. But it's so expensive.
I think we should take Undying Evil. It's anti-removal. And it gives you a buff.
Yeah. I'd be okay with that.
Vengeful Vampire? Or do we like the Chosen better?
Well,
Or do we like that better? Or do we like the red? Yeah, there's a lot of vampires.
Yeah.
We've seen no freaking vampires. This is full vampire.
I would like to get one of those vampires back, but I think we take the removal
Curse
spell.
of Bloodletting, what does that one do?
Your things deal double damage.
That doesn't suck.
No. It's pretty good. But I think we go with the Death's Caress because it just destroys.
Fair enough.
Then here we probably take the Chosen.
Although, there's an increasing vengeance.
Right. The problem is, like, you'd have to be at 7 mana
Yeah.
to duplicate that, and we don't really have
Too much otherwise.
too much else.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Chosen. And you know what? And she's human. If we don't flip her.
Right. So then we could sack her if we needed to. Wake Dancer is human.
Yep.
And could potentially get us an extra creature when it comes in, so I think that one would make sense. Grafdigger's Cage, that would stop Undying.
Do you cast the card with Undying?
They can't enter the battlefield from graveyards. And you can't cast it. So
Gotcha.
it would stop flashback also.
Yeah.
But I think we go with that.
I agree. Manclad was talking up the Wake Dancer, actually.
Oh, really?
Before you got here. He was like, oh, yeah. You use the Undying Evil on the Wake Dancer, and you kill her, and then she died, so when she comes back into play, you get the 2/2 zombie.
Right.
And she's a 3/3.
And she's a 3/3? Well, that's not a bad plan. Probably the Stalker. If you can do that with the Captain, if this has first strike,
Yeah.
then it's really pretty good.
Well, he was also talking up that card where 4/1s kind of suck, but a 5/2 isn't bad.
Right. And this card with Fling is
Oh, yeah,
just so
ugly.
much fun, too. This one would be the thing that would cause us the most problems, so I think we just take it to
Alright.
make sure that they don't have a 4/4 that comes back as a 5/5. And
Ghoul? Or do we take the Griffin? I mean,
yeah, the first strike is a little concerning.
first strike and flight. I mean, that was my concern.
Right. Yeah, let's take the Griffin. We're at 18. A couple of those I need to cut. I'm taking Lost in the Woods.
Okay.
And seriously, like, the greatest thing about it also is you will know whether your opponent has access to any enchantment removal, because there's only, as far as I know, one thing that can remove enchantments in this, which is A white card that flashes back green, Ray of Revelation.
Oh, okay.
Probably this. I don't think we're going to play it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'll take that. That would be a way to hurt our plan, our backup plan. The wolves, I don't like them, but they're not
That bad?
unplayable.
Sure.
Yeah.
If you're playing with an Emerwolf, they're perfectly playable.
Yes. And there are so many 2/3s going around that a 3/3 is relevant. Okay.
Oh, increasing aggression. Fireheart Wolf.
And Fires of Undeath.
Yeah.
Okay, this we could use and we could flashback.
Yeah.
So we could get multiple uses with it. This
is just annoying for your opponent.
Yeah, and makes it hard for them to be able to block this and.
Oh, I think the Fireheart Wolf is the way to go. Increasing aggression, though, is one that I was thinking of when it was increasing, or increasing savagery is the one that I was thinking of when I saw increasing aggression.
Right, and that's just
stupid. It's a stupid summon Godzilla.
Yep.
You can turn it. You know what it is. It's the gal from Power Rangers. You know when she throws her staff down. It's that. Make my monster grow.
There we go, increasing savagery. So I say we take the wolf. I know a lot of people out there are saying, Fires of Undeath!
Fucking tards!
Yep.
Yeah, they're probably right.
Yep. But guess what? It's too late. I really kind of want to take the Ghoul Tree just because
You want a Ghoul Tree?
want a Ghoul Tree, but Rack with Madness would kill a Ghoul Tree.
Sure.
So, Rack with Madness it is.
Another Pirate Pyre. Oh. Yeah, we gotta go with the
Captain?
We gotta go with the captain.
Yeah.
He's a vampire. He's a first striker. He only costs 3, and he gets +1/+1 to all of our other vampires.
And out of this pack, we can hope to get back something.
Yeah.
There's a Fires of Undeath. Now here is another vampire, but I think here we take the removal.
I agree.
And we are rewarded by getting yet another one.
So do we want that one?
That one, or that one. Or another Lost in the Woods.
Ooh, tempting. Get my table, though.
I think we want Ripper.
Okay.
Because Ripper, if it has first strike and +1, can be very hard to block as a surprise and then starts growing. And here we probably want Torturer.
I agree.
And Hinterland Hermit's playable. And even when he flips, he only has to be blocked by one thing, but sometimes that's enough to make it that they can't block what you want. Yeah, probably. Let's see, we're at 25 right now. I don't really want to play Gruesome Discovery. It's not bad. I don't really want to play Russet Wolves. Blood Feud, maybe?
Yeah, Family Feud, I agree.
And out of this...
Heckling Fiend?
Yeah, probably. And then... Executioner's Mask, sure. And... Deadly Allure, or a 5/5. This thing being a sorcery makes it kind of suck.
I can see that.
Oh, I think we still have one of those showing. No, we don't. Okay,
Well, darn. No second Lost in the Woods.
One's all you need, though. Mulligan till you see it. It's such a bad plan.
It costs like 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you have to survive 5 turns doing nothing but putting out land.
Yep.
But you will have the land. As long as you
Yep.
have it in your hand, every
Yep.
turn you will be putting out a forest.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, I can see it.
Yeah.
So
what I like to do...
Would it be worth it to also put in, like, those... Isn't there a 2-cost fog or something in this set?
Well, the problem is...
Then you might not get a forest.
Right, when you reveal that card, that creature would get through. Because there was one time that I had 2 Lost in the Woods, and I ran both of them. But every time the other Lost in the Woods cycled up, then whatever creature happened to be the one that had the trigger for that...
That'd be such a bitch deck, though.
Oh, God, it takes for fucking ever. Like,
well, yeah.
if someone doesn't just quit, and most of the time people will just quit, which is great. If someone doesn't, you start getting them on the stack, and they have like 15 creatures, and you have to click through to put them all on the stack. Like, it's a concern that you're going to run out of time.
So could you just surrender the turn?
You can surrender once they're on the stack, but putting things on the stack, you have to put them in an order, and so you are forced to put them on the stack. Okay, Torturer, Chosen, Ghoul, Flare, Black Cat,
All right, so
evils.
Here's what I think we should do.
Okay.
I think that we should build the best vampire deck that we can, and if we get crushed in a round, we completely switch it out for the Lost in the Woods deck.
Yep, I agree. And then if we barely win, and we know they're not playing a color,
they aren't playing
and they're not playing
white.
mill, like if they're not milling us with blue, and they're not playing white, because that's what I did a couple times. Like, I'd win one game, I'd play the next one, I'd lose it, and then I'd just bring it in for game 3, where they won't have a chance to sideboard after that.
Sure.
It is just kind of a fun card to screw with your opponent. Okay, we could play the Journey for some card draw. We could play the Grave Purge to back it up. That's what we're looking at for a curve. We're at 16 creatures, and these are really there to, like, almost give us
More creatures.
Yeah, more creatures. Maybe the Grave Purge. Like, I like the idea of, drawing the cards or being able to burn them out for that last bit of life, but it just seems like when we get to 5 mana, I'm not sure I'm going to want to be spending a turn doing that.
Fair enough.
Whereas with the Purge, I think the Wolf, the Blade Master, and the Captains...
all potentially are in the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
All of those we probably would like to bring back.
And I suppose you can always use it to just draw a card.
Right.
I put no creatures on top of my graveyard.
Yep.
I draw a card.
Worst case scenario, yeah.
It's a really... You know what? It's not even that bad of a version of, blue card.
Gataxian Probe? No.
Just sounds painful every time I hear it. No, it's in this frickin' set. Blue. One blue, 2 colorless.
1 blue, 2 colorless, and
It lets you draw 2 cards. That's all it does.
Oh, Divination.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
All I could get was Ponder in my head, and I knew that was wrong.
Right. And the reason, the place where it could be as good as Divination is if you cast Divination and draw 2 lands, whereas this, even if you put 1 creature on the top of
You're getting a creature.
You're getting that creature.
Yeah.
And it's an instant.
Which is weird, actually. It's very odd that that's an instant. Especially since Deadly Allure isn't.
Yeah. But I guess because it's an instant, it makes it more playable.
Yeah.
Whereas Deadly Allure, if it was an instant, probably everyone would be playing it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can double captain. Mulligan? No. And we're playing against Andy, 8402. Oh, and we really needed to stop that. Hold on a sec. Sorry.